Hi everyone! Today I thought I will share my finished little sketchbook that I had for years and years now, and I have finally come to the end. So it's a fatso. I won't be sharing all of it because when I began this sketchbook I didn't really know what it is going to be, and it was way before my art journey kicked in. So when I started using it, it was for when I was going to art galleries and art exhibitions, and I was just taking notes and my thoughts and things like that. So it's not really relevant to the art that then slowly started developing into a certain style. So to say where this sketchbook is from, unfortunately there is no label on it, and it is, though I have bought it from Cass Art shop in Hampstead. There are quite a few in London, and it's, I don't know, it's so neat and it's such a good size. And actually my traveler's notebook that I am about to order, I based on this size because it's a size that I really like to do easy kind of test things as well as easy illustrations. So, and it comes with a big spiral, which I also found quite useful. The size of it is about, let me say in inches, actually probably useful to you. So almost 5 inches. So that's what 5 and 8, something like that. Sorry, 4 and 8. And height wise it's about 6.5, something like that. So let's start. So this was after all those kind of exhibition note taking, this is something I then decided to go into and do. I think this was by the let me just double check. Yeah, so I don't want to go into detail of what I'm using there because it'll be super long, but this was the time when I was obsessed with the Derbent Intense pencils. So they're the water soluble ink pencils. They're super intense and amazing. So this is, I think, what I've done here, and I've used some gold pen, which I don't remember which one it was. This was super old. This is, by the way, probably a good 6 years old, something like that. So that's when it all started. If there's any noise in the background, sorry about that. I'm just trying to upload a couple of videos because I had some technical issues. Anyways, so this is just an earring which I saw in a magazine, and this was with some markers. Let's just try, and I think this is when I started doing the faces, and yeah, and that was it. So for very many years I didn't touch this notebook at all, and then this is probably the beginning of this year or just the end, when I first ordered my Kuretake Gansei Tambi, I thought, why don't I start using this book again? And basically from then onwards I finished it, so we'll see that. So let's just speed up a little bit. So those are the pencils that I have just mentioned. So I have gone ahead and done mini kind of swatches. This is a Dalla Roni watercolor student grade pocket set, and I haven't used it in a long time, and that used to be the only watercolors. It was my first watercolor set that I purchased back at uni, at college when I was studying art, and this was the only watercolor I was using, and I was quite happy with it. But now I of course started exploring further, and Schminke and Magello and St. Petersburg White Nights, those are the watercolors that I now use, and going back to this type of watercolor is quite difficult, so I don't think I will be really using it much. Here I have, I think this is, I'm not sure which one this was. Yeah, I don't remember which watercolor this was. It might have been this one, but I don't think so. At the end we have still this set, and I actually really like the mix of these colors that I mixed. So, and then I used the Uniball white ink pan on top. No, actually this is the souffle pan, you know, the one that doesn't, you can't see it when you use it first, it develops and then once it dries you can see it. That's the one. This is just some font I was trying out. Here I'm getting back into St. Petersburg White Nights because I haven't used these watercolors at that point in a very long time, and then suddenly was like, oh my gosh, look at these colors if you compare to that. So yeah, and this is when I then started researching the White Nights in more detail and adding new colors to my existing palette, and taking colors out, putting new colors in. This is the Faber-Castell gelatos, which I have ordered because they look super cute. Let me just see if I have them anywhere here. Oh yeah, I do actually. They are sitting on my desk, and they got some dust on them because I haven't really used them. So I don't know. I saw Irid Landgraf. I always mispronounce Landgraf. Her surname. I'm sorry, Irid. But I saw her using these in her scrapbooking, and it looks so fun, and they're really neat. They have this like lemon and blueberry and all these kind of fruity ice cream flavors names, but I don't know, somehow I can't quite, they seem to be nice and bright, but I just can't find a use for them. So I'm just as you can see, I'm not very happy with what I could create. They're not really for painting, they're sort of more for backgrounds and all that. So this is then the sprays. I said I'm not going to do a detailed video, but it seems that I am doing. So this is the Heidi Swap, the Color Shine sprays that I started looking into, and was actually trying to figure out what I could paint with them, just the way I paint with watercolor. And I didn't use a brush to do these roses. I just unscrewed this and then just used the tip of the what is it called? Don't know. Of that to kind of draw with it, and then do some splatters and things like that. And here I might have used a brush for these leaves. Then I went on and tried to see what I can mix in terms of colors. So they mix really beautifully, and they have this beautiful sheen to them. You can see the sheen right here. So here I was trying to see if you watered them down, how they would work. They obviously lose their sheen when they're watered down. To be honest, the sheen I can't see. Here it starts to go really down in the third row. Here I was trying something else as well with stamping, and then kind of using the sprays again. Here, this is something I like. This is the Tim Holtz. It looks like lace. It might be the doily or the lace stencil, I'm not sure, but it's the widely loved stencil. It's really super pretty. And all I've done here is I laid it and then I sprayed on top, and then the dirty side of the stencil I just stamped it or laid it onto this side, and I got that. So as you can see, this is kind of me getting experimental with things that I probably will be using for my traveler's notebook. So here is when I started my obsession with flamingos, and I think I've done a video about this. So yeah, this is something I was creating for my son's bedroom, and this was sort of the ideas that I had. This is just a quick illustration, but I've done 3 frames. This is the Schmincke Gold, which is quite good. It's the only gold watercolor I have, and I would recommend it because there's nothing wrong with it and it's quite beautiful. You can get it quite opaque, but you can also get it quite washed out if you prefer, but I think if you're using gold you probably want it quite opaque anyway. So here more flamingos. This is when I went ahead and got the Pigma Micron fine liners, which are super great. They are not water soluble, so you can, if they come in touch with water, in contact with water, they don't move. So if that's something you like, that'd be great for you. Then the Pentel Artist Pocket Brush Pen with black ink. This is water soluble, so you can make it move. And then I have just experimenting with this is the White Nights Indigo, Daniel Smith Gold Green, and Schmincke's Gold, just kind of trying to get a tribal print going. And here are some washies, some more washies. This is when I ordered Schmincke Academy without realizing that Academy is the student grade, and was quite upset, you know, basically throwing out £50. And then I went ahead and I bought the Horadam, so that's that. And then I was comparing the Academy with Horadam, the same colors, how they look. You can see the difference, that Horadam tends to be more vibrant. Magenta is a good example, you can see how much more vibrant it is. Then these are the new White Nights, 7 colors that were released this year. Here is just a few stamps I got from Hobbycraft, and I was just kind of just doing some doodling and illustration over here. This is the new and the 2 only Winsor and Newton watercolors I have. The Rose Madder Genuine and the Permanent Rose, super beautiful pinks. I mean, gorgeous colors. If you love pinks, I would highly recommend you get the Permanent Rose from Winsor & Newton. Ah, isn't that just beautiful? Love it. And then we have, oh yeah, this is when I was reorganizing my St. Petersburg White Night and kind of thinking of the order of the yellows. This is when I ordered the Holbein, and I think I've shown you this page in one of the videos, and was disappointed that they're all kind of very chalky. They have all PW6 in them, all 3. Then the Schmincke Horadam, just kind of you know, after experiencing this, I just thought, let me go into my transparent watercolors, and that's what I've done here, just mixing pinks and a couple of violets just to see what I can create. This is a lovely kind of color, like a duochrome that came out, so you can still see the violet there. And coming to the end soon, this is the colors I have used for this kind of, I don't know, sort of, I like that flower in the hair, kind of Japanese sort of look that I was trying to create here. These are all Schmincke Horadam. This is Schmincke Horadam, just the color wheel that I tried to create, and I did a slightly different than it is meant to be done classically. So I've done a cool yellow, a warm yellow, then a warm red and a cool pink, a cool blue and a warm yellow, and then kind of created a variation of 4 different colors, basically mixing those. Now this is something I have tried from a book that I will quickly show you. I haven't shared this book with you because I was kind of working with it a little bit and seeing how I like it, and it's a really good book. So it's called If You're Bored with Watercolor, Read This Book. So I will do a review for you. It's by Veronica Ballard Lilia, and it's one of her tutorials where she teaches you how to be daring with your watercolor and just kind of make it bright and you know, just sort of be brave with it. This is just a comparison, same thing with the Academy Schminke. If I quickly Schminke Academy, if I quickly flip, you might see a difference there. I was trying to get this beautiful teal color, which I got from mixing the cerulean blue with the lemon yellow, and I just couldn't get that color here. Here I got more the greens and stuff. This is as an example how bright St. Petersburg White Nice is compared to Schminke Horadam. You can see that. Very stunning color. And then this is pretty much, because I'm going to do a video soon comparing these colors, watercolors. I have done a few others. So here is a Kuretake Gansai Tambi, which is a different type of a watercolor. In general, you can see they don't sort of mix, they just flow into one another, and they tend to, when they mix, they tend to dry quite pale, so they don't have that vibrancy anymore. And then here you can see how incredibly bright Magella Mission Gold is. Even compared to White Nights, it's still brighter, and it is on that sort of, it depends what you are into and what kind of things you like to paint, but this could be, like I said before, it could be the advantage or disadvantage. It is a little bit too bright, but if that's something you like, then you would love it. And I could get some nice colors over here. So yeah, I've got all the colors down here which I used, if you want to pause and have a look and try it yourself. But this is it. This was the last page. I hope you enjoyed it, and see you soon.